Hi everybody, today we're going to be doing a glamorous Christmas Eve makeup. And the first thing we're going to be doing is priming our eyelids with the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creamy Beige. Now you don't want something that's dark because you don't want the eyeshadows to look too dark. You still want them to be dark colours but not so dark that they nearly look black. You want it something that's kind of like a brownie colour. So, for instance, we are going to be using Smog, and we don't want it to be any darker than the actual colour is. So, because we're going to be using this, instead of using it on the outer half of my eyelid, we're going to be using it on the inner half of my eyelid. And because of that, we don't want things to be too dark, because otherwise it just makes it look a bit kind of, I don't know, but you don't want it to look too dark, is what I'm trying to say. So, we're going to be using Smog, and you can use a flat shader brush or any brush you prefer to use. And we're going to be using the Urban Decay Naked palette, the first one. So, using Smog. Now, the reason why I'm using Smog is because it's a metallic brown with a hint with a gold undertone. And it's perfect to use on the inner half of the eyelid. Now, for the third bit of the eyelid, I'm going to be using a Sidecar, and Sidecar is going to bring in light. Now you want to do this after you've added Creep, which I'm going to be doing next, because it's going to bring a light to the eyelids, because you want to bring light, and also it gives that glamorous metallic look but still soft, so it's not really metallic. If you get the gist, but I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, but you'll see once I get the look done. And now you want to line your lower lash line, and I'm going to be using Hustle. Now you can use any colour you like, but I recommend using Dark Horse or Hustle or even Creep. Toasted will be a bit too warm, but you can also use that. But at the moment I'm just going to go in with Creep and do the outer half, the second bit of my just going to do the outer half of my eyelid to bring in the darkness, as I said before, if that made any sense. I'm not sure. Anyway, so now we're going to be lining my eyes with Hustle. So Hustle's just this like purpley colour, purpley brown, and it's perfect, and it's kind of shimmery, but also it's got that brown and it's got purple tone, and it will bring out blue eyes, and also it gives that smoky effect which you really, really want. Then you want to just wipe away any excess eyeshadow or fallout that's happened while applying these eyeshadows. Now, the Urban Decay Naked palettes do have a lot of fallout. Next, you want to use Next, you want to use Sin, and you want to put this in the inner corner to bring brightness to the eyes. But you don't want to use a white, because the white can really take over the entire look. As my art teacher says, not to use black, because black just kind of destroys the picture and stuff like that. But it's the same with white. White can do it if you're doing a dark look, and if you're doing a light look and you use black, it can kind of overwhelm the picture. So next, you want to use Virgin and put this on your brow bone, because you don't, as I said, you don't want to bring too much light to your eyes, but you also want to bring a little bit so you don't look too tired. So now you're going to be using the Collection Fast Stroke Eyeliner in brown. Now, as I said, you want something natural. So drawing a thin line on your top lash line, this is going to give a definition to your eyes and also give some fullness to your lashes, which you want. This is perfect, and I always do it with my looks, because it always finishes the looks off, as you can see. And now you want to be putting some, I'm going to just wait here. Now you're going to be using a mascara. Now you can use your favourite. I'm going to be using my Lash Vegas mascara by Barry M, and putting this on my top and bottom lashes. This is going to give volume, length and shape to my eyes, and also make my eyes look more awake, which is exactly what I want, because I don't want to look tired and also want the look to look finished. And here's me getting scared because it's hammering outside when I was doing this video. And I'm not using studio lights, the light was kind of okay. And now we are going to be doing the rest of the face. So we are going to be doing the brows, not the brows. We are going to be starting by priming our face. I'm going to be using the Botanics Radiance Balm All Bright Radiance Balm by Botanics. It softens, brightens for instantly radiant skin for all skin types. And I'm going to dot this in the main places where I would put foundation, as you can see me doing now. And warning, if you do buy this, don't squeeze the tube too hard, because I found out the hard way. It's nearly gone because of that. But then again, it comes out all at once, even if you squeeze it gently. And all it does is it minimises the visible signs of fatigue and stress, leaving skin full of healthiness, basically. It also gives a fresher, more radiant complexion, and is to provide the skin with an instant pick-me-up effect. And all I'm going to do is going to blend it out with my Bare Minerals flawless coverage brush, because A, I put too much on, and B, doing it with my hands, it just doesn't really work, because with your hands, it just doesn't kind of blend it in enough or soak in enough by using it, or it's just like spreading a load of butter all over your face, really. That's what it feels like to me, and the butter just kind of doesn't sink in and just makes your face feel greasy. But when you blend it in using the flawless coverage foundation brush, it seems to be better. And also I can blend it out properly. It's like blending out a really sheer BB cream, and I have not used a BB cream in like forever. Like, I know tinted moisturiser is the same thing, but I've not used that either for a very long time, because that's also run out. So I've been using a foundation recently. I love it, but you know. Now time for the brows, because we really need to get them sorted, as you can see. Using this brush, which I don't know what type it is, but all I know is it's from Forever 21, and I'm going to be using Naked. Now, Naked is the perfect brow colour. It's slightly a bit too dark for me, but then I can't find any brow colour, brow powder or eyeshadow that really does look okay with my brows. But all I'm going to do is fill them in, and then all I'm going to do is kind of trace my brows. Not really going to make a shape with them. All I'm going to do is fill them in and make sure that all the hairs are in place so they don't look like I've just been dragged through a bush twice. And now I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama Transparent Mascara of this funny ball-shaped wand, and just going to brush the gel through my brows like so. I really need to get a new one because it's turning a bit of a funny colour. But I love it. I love it. I love it. Because it's a perfect shape and also lasts a really long time. And now I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation 0.5. This is my shade because I'm not the palest colour, but I'm not quite the medium colour either, so I'm covered in the middle of them too, so yeah. Luckily Urban Decay have a good range of foundations. So I am just going to put dot it in the main places, like I said, where I put my foundation. I always do my foundation in my videos, so you can check back into my last tutorials and you'll see that I do this often. So I'm just going to blend it out with that flawless coverage brush we used to blend out the Radiance Balm by Botanics. And as you can see, the Radiance Balm really brings light and bright, a fresher look to my face. And you can see that the foundation, even though it's meant to be a matte foundation, it still the Radiance Balm comes through the foundation. And also, I don't like to set my skin with powder, because to me that's not what I want to do, and I don't get oily skin. But I say that, but I only get oily skin really kind of on my chin and on my eyelids. But apart from that, nothing much. And now we're going to just blend out the concealer under my eyes, which I forgot to say. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and this is going to help brighten up my under eyes, because using dark eyeshadows, you want to put under eye concealer, because otherwise it's going to be a bit dark. It can cast a shadow. So I'm going to be using the Coralista. Now this is my second brightening product of the day, and this is kind of like an orangey coral pink colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend it up my cheeks towards my temples, and then just going to blend it out with the brush out all my fingers. And this is going to give a definition to my cheekbones, and that is exactly what I want to do. And yeah, it's just a really nice colour to use when on your cheeks, because it's not kind of pink and it's not too orange, and it's also a little bit sheer, so it also isn't like in your face, which I don't really want. And now we are going to be doing my lips. Now we're going to be using the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains in Crush. Now this is the perfect colour because it's not too red, it's not too dark, and it's not too purple, and it's not too pink. And the reason why I'm using this is because I just think it's a nicer colour, and also I'm saving a nice red for Christmas. And that's why I'm using this colour, because it is awesome. And so we are finishing up here, because as you can see, it's coming to an end, this video. And I really hope you enjoyed learning how to do this lovely Christmas look. But before I go, let's curl those lashes for extra lift. And all you have to do, I know you're not supposed to do it after you've applied mascara, but I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm going to do it. It's my lashes. It's not yours. But, you know, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, and you don't do it. If you want to do it, you do it. So, there. Thank you for watching.